Doesn't make sense, bro. No, you're good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or Friday at 7. I heard him by the
Drums keep pounding a rhythm to the brain. La da 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 dee. Da 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 da. Drums keep pounding a rhythm to the brain. La da 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 dee. Da 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 da.
What's going on, guys? We are here for check-in slash gluing day. A couple of people are still joining up and stuff. We'll let that sort of happen. I know I left you guys on starting for a fair while. I had to go take photos. They're doing like official photos and stuff up the back there. I thought I'd sort of let it cook for a bit whilst that was happening. Table's a mess at the moment. Not unusual, but nonetheless, I'm going to give that a bit of a clean up whilst we let it cook up a bit. But yeah, so it's been quite a busy day as per usual for an IFMAR check-in slash gluing day. Spent the last 3 hours sort of gluing my fingers to tires, which is always a fun part. And just doing the basics, sort of check the batteries off, check through the wings, check through the bodies, weights, the whole works and jerks. We'll go for a bit of a walk around in probably about 5 minutes from now. So if you want to hang around or come back in about 5 minutes, we'll go for a bit of a walk around the facility now that we have a fair few more people here. Pretty much everyone is here today. For some reason, I actually have a spare space next to me, which allows me to spread a little bit out. Quite nice. But yeah, we'll go for a bit of a walk around in about 5 minutes, guys. So sort of hang in there. Any questions you guys have and all that sort of stuff, feel free to chuck them on. I'll be able to answer them over time. Is Jasmine gluing your tires at the moment? I wish she was gluing my tires. No, I have glued my fingers to tires multiple times as of today. The only tire glue that they seem to have here is like medium glue as well, which is a bit painful. I love using the super thin stuff, which instantly dries. Not great when you do happen to touch it, but generally speaking, it's better if you can just flip the tire over and glue it like 10 minutes later. Nonetheless, it could be worse. It's always good fun. But yeah, hang on for about 5 minutes, guys. We'll do a bit of a table cleanup and then we'll go for a bit of a walk around the facility and hopefully have a bit of a chat to a couple of drivers here and a couple of other people about possibly. So a bit of basic info and stuff from what we sort of seen throughout today as well, guys. A lot of people, or pretty much a majority of people that I've seen, are using 4 holes in the tires on the inside of the tire rather than on the top of the tire. Apart from that, a few guys have been running glued inserts. So we weren't sure coming into the event whether glued inserts would be legal or not. They announced today that glued inserts were going to be permitted. It just alleviates the problem of someone doing a little bit extra glue and accidentally gluing the rim.
Team manager gaining an 8:30. Racing will start at 9 a.m. Beat sheets are posted on the board over there by the team concepts 10. They're also posted online on RC. Yeah, race number 1 of free practice will be up at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
So I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but doors opening at 8 tomorrow. First round up at 9. As for my own racing side of things, we will be, I think, heat 6. So we'll be up, probably a good 45 hour after the start of racing. So probably about 10 o'clock ish, which is a nice little amount of time, so that way we don't have to be first heat up. Now, a couple of the Aussies are in the first heat. I'm not sure exactly who is in the first heat, but I think at least one Aussie is in the first heat up at 9 a.m. So that'll be interesting to see how they fare. From what we've heard, once again, the grip will come up pretty quickly as we get cars on the track, but the first couple of heats will be quite loose. Open tires, obviously, for the first session, you can use whatever tire you want. You'd be silly not to be using the AKA tires, but at the same time, they're probably not going to provide the same amount of grip as what the next run will be. So interesting to see what people sort of choose to do. Might even see the odd person using Goop to try and simulate the correct amount of grip. Don't believe there's anything in the rules that says you can't. Apart from that, everything's going pretty smoothly here. A lot of the Aussies sort of adapted to everything. Like I said, we'll go for a bit of a walk around in just a minute. They actually managed to run out of 4-wheel-drive front tires today, so that's been a bit of the usual world's debacle. But other than that, they're getting more tomorrow with any luck. Fingers crossed. They've just been doing a bit of a call out to find if anyone has any spare pairs to help those people out a bit. Pitting for my side, I'm not quite with the Australian team. I'm actually closer to the media teams and the sponsors and stuff, which suits me quite well. We got the Red RC guys just over here, as well as J Concepts just over to my right, and that sort of side of things. So suits me pretty well being over here. Just behind me, we have more of the associated fellas, and then the next table over, there's all the factory team sponsored drivers as well as the Aussies. So we're not too far away from everything. The next few tables after that, we've got the TLR guys, X-Ray guys, the Yokomo guys, that sort of side of things. So we'll go for a bit of a walk around there in a minute, see if we can have a bit of a chat to a couple of guys. Alrighty, so I'll be back with you in a second, guys.
Todd is getting back to me. Yeah, look it up.
See if we can have a quickie squiz over towards the gluing area. May or may not let me in. Gluing area has been pretty small this year. It's tough to grab a seat, but when you did get a seat, you'd try and punch them out as quick as possible. If I show everyone out there, yeah, sweet. This is the gluing area, guys. Nice and warm out here. They do have a couple of big fans going for us. But yeah, everyone's sort of finishing up their gluing for the day. Not too many people left out here. Earlier it was just absolutely packed, but there is a fair few seats available now. Not much fun. See if we can get these boys on camera. Surprise! Mr. Monday, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. How's everybody going back home?
I think they're going all right. We haven't got a huge amount of people watching at the moment. It is only 9:30 in the morning over there, so a couple of people still waking up probably. Facility and stuff. How you guys liking it?
Man, this is RC Mecca. It's way better than I could have imagined. Not only the facility, obviously the track looks amazing, the presentation, the detail, but all and massive pits, fantastic hobby shop. But the respect for the history of this event, the Wall of Champions down there, the welcome you get as a to the world titles. Oh, this is this is my fourth world title, and in terms of that presentation, this is the best one yet.
Yeah, properly decked top to bottom as well, like sticker kits, the whole works.
Yeah.
Just sponsors decked literally top to bottom. And as you say, a lot of photos of previous world champions and stuff, which is pretty special, I think, for our hobby. Definitely taking a lot of respect from previous events, and looking towards future events. It really sort of shines a light on where we could go, especially being that Australia potentially could be holding it in 2025. So
let's hope so. Well, yeah, let's hope so. There's some pretty strong rumors about it, and a few of the internationals have heard those rumors as well, and everyone's pretty excited. So fingers crossed that can happen.
Yeah, actually, mention that. A couple of guys I've actually been talking to have all been saying, they're looking to go to Australia in 2 years' time and making a holiday with their family, a bit similar to what you guys are doing, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to hear. Grip levels. What do you think the grip level is going to come up like? You think it's going to come up pretty quick? What's your sort of guesstimate?
Look, it's first time here, but going on the local experience, it'll probably be slick the first couple of runs in the morning. But they have been running. They've got some of the locals to be doing some practice laps on this layout. So it's already bedded in a bit, and apparently they were already running slicks by the other night. So I think it's going to be probably 2/3 the way there by the time it starts. But I can imagine times getting quicker each day and going through. And we'll just have to watch, especially four-wheel drive. They can get a bit tricky when the grip comes up. So we'll have to just stay in one step in front of the track as it grips up through the day.
Yeah, exactly. Progress our setup as the grip comes up, as you say. And Lockie, you're obviously here a couple extra days. Your old man, you did a couple of days at SDRC.
Yep.
So you're feeling pretty confident in this sort of layout. It's fairly similar to SDRC, would you say?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, coming from Australia, I got a lot of jump practice at SDRC. I think that's the main thing. The surface is quite different over there. It's quite polished, where it's a bit more abrasive. But still, a lot of learning from the tires and the jumps and stuff is quite transferable. So I reckon that's got me a couple steps ahead. So I'm looking forward to this. Got some high hopes.
And local cuisines, what's been your favorite local cuisine so far?
Oh, anything with fried chicken in it.
Fried chicken. All right, guys, I'll leave you to it. We'll go for a bit more of a walk around. Enjoy, and we'll see you around town.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
All righty. Legendary Mondays, big name in Australia, obviously. So that's our tire tech and stuff over here. So where all of our tires will get stored throughout the weekend. Yeah.
Figured out who we were. I saw your thing in Australia.
Yeah, legend. Cheers, man. Good. Go for a bit of a walk around. All right. It's Jesse. How's it going, Jesse? How you doing? We just interviewed your brother and your father.
So, hello.
Excited to be here?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Awesome. We'll keep on going, Jazzy. We'll talk to you soon. So, awesome facility here, as everyone's been mentioning. We'll sort of pan around. We've got Joe Bornhorst here. These guys working on the S-Works gear. The S-Works all the way up the back here. Got a couple of X-ray cars here. So most of the AE guys are up the far side, but yeah, X-ray and hot body is up here. Yokomo up the top there as well. Everyone working feverishly away. As you can see, it's just an absolute hive of activity out here at the moment. It's crazy. Tomorrow's going to be even busier. As you can see, Testman's just on the way to packing up by the looks of it. Had a good couple of chats whilst gluing ties to Tom Rinderneck again. Awesome young American driver over here. I can definitely see him being, top 30, top 20, even potentially put it into the top 10. Let's cruise on through. Some epic paint jobs as well. Have a look at this. Doesn't get much better than that. Miklos. We've actually been seeing No Name Podcast, been sharing Miklos's videos and stuff lately. He's got some epic stuff. Sunglasses, even suit. More of the X-ray gear. There's Paul Parks. Body looking sweet. It's Ty Tessman. Couple empty spaces over here. Martin Bayer and stuff. Matt Gotzel. A lot of the Yokomo and stuff. Schumacher's. Schumacher's crazy looking cars. Talking about crazy looking. Look at this guy. He's back again. Car's still in pieces from the last time we saw him. It's been 24 hours and he still hasn't finished off working on
My
it.
desk is still tinier than yours. What's wrong with it?
No, it's terrible.
How you going,
Shocking. Yeah, good, man.
Are you
Yourself?
having fun? Are you having fun?
Always, mate. Always having fun. All right. We'll leave this strange talking fella alone. The chaplains. And all the TLR boys over here. Go for a bit of a walk through these guys. Cavalieri. Had a bit quick talk to him before as well. Pretty tight through here. You all right? So this is where we start to get to the AE fellas. Got all the AE cars. Everyone's sort of doing their final preparations on their forward drives for the start of practice as of tomorrow. We've got the Hall brothers here. Those guys will be right up there. Marcus Kerup as well. On the other side, we've got Ongara. We'll try to talk to these guys probably more so tomorrow after they've had a couple of laps on the track rather than just out of nowhere asking the same old questions. Gets a bit boring after a while. Obviously, the Aussie guys over here. Jared gluing up a couple of practice tyres. And Donnelly's car as well, looking nice and clean as always. So Veggie doing some pretty serious stuff. And this is where the schmucks are, like myself. Look at that, nice and clean bench here. A couple of M&Ms around the place. It's not out of the normal. So it's pretty much where the rest of the AE guys are, not the sponsored drivers, but rather the sort of international team associated drivers. There's Damien O'Dear here. Final Australian drivers. Oop, a bit low. So that's a bit of a basic walk around the facilities and the pits here. Nothing overly special for this one. Interviews and stuff, we'll definitely try to do a fair few more interviews tomorrow once we get laps on the track as mentioned. No point in really talking to people the same thing, asking what they think the track's going to be like. We may as well talk to them when they've got laps on the track and know exactly what the track's like. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting, obviously, to start practice off tomorrow morning for Australian time. Obviously, it's going to be early. I think 1 a.m. start local time from Australia. So it's going to be challenging for a lot of you to, catch up and watch us. Come the end of the day, though, I think things wrap up around 7 p.m. So current time here is 4:45. So 15 minutes until close here. So not sure how well you're going to be able to hear me over him talking, but so yeah, doors closing tonight at 5 p.m. As of the next couple of nights, I believe it'll be a 7 p.m. close.
Team manager meeting at 8:30. The heats are posted over there on the wall by the J Concepts tent. Yeah, the heats are posted over there on the side wall. 4 rounds of open practice and 2 rounds of control tomorrow. Be a long full day there. Once again, doors will close in 15 minutes, so please make sure you guys get everything buttoned up shortly.
A couple of things also to mention as well, and they've gone all out on everything: stickers, banners, as mentioned before. But everything's personalised here. Not sure if anyone saw from my Pratt Racing sort of side of things, but Team Associate have actually released certain parts that actually have our own personal name etched onto the parts, which is just crazy. You won't be able to see them too well for the stream. I'm sure I'll get another photo of them later. But yeah, that should be on Pratt Racing. But even also down to like the number stickers and all that sort of things. Each and every number sticker has your own personal name on them, which is pretty crazy. It's just little touches that they've done really, really well. And that's all teams, the whole event itself. The atmosphere is just incredible. We meant to get the cornhole game out the car. It was sitting in the car for the entire day. Hopefully it hasn't melted. Temperature outside today has been crazy. So I think it's been 44 degrees Celsius outside today. Not too bad in here. We do have aircon inside here, which is quite nice. It's keeping it to at least a reasonable temperature. Not cold by any means, but quite a reasonable temperature. The second you walk outside, it's literally walking into a small oven. It is crazy hot outside. Tomorrow is meant to be warmer again, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think tomorrow is meant to be all the way up to 46 degrees Celsius. Crazy. So yeah, inside, not too bad. Outside, may as well be on fire. So yeah, I believe for the racing side, we'll be in Heat 6 tomorrow. Heat 6, that'll be about an hour into the start of things. So it'll probably be about 2 a.m. The Australian guys are sort of spread all throughout all their heats. I believe Sturdy is the highest ranked driver, and he's in Heat 13. I believe that's how they're doing it. Other than that, I think it's random. So the top 3 heats seem to be seeded. Lower than that, it seems to be pretty random. So once again, I'm in Heat 6, which is about midway through the practice sessions. Other than that, guys, we'll probably start wrapping this up. Been talking 30 minutes again, typical. But yeah, we'll do a couple more sort of serious live streams tomorrow. We'll have a bit more of a chat to a couple of guys tomorrow. Hopefully get a couple of big names and see what they're sort of feeling on the track and that sort of side of things is. Other than that, we'll see you guys all tomorrow.